Hi, Assalamualaikum. Welcome to another session of Set to Ace, an initiative by Pejabat Pendidikan Daerah Melaka Tengah to help students, especially SPM candidates, to prepare for English paper. In the previous sessions, the teachers have covered paper 1, reading and use of English, paper 2, writing, and paper 3, speaking. So if you miss those videos, you can always watch them on this channel. For this session, we will look at paper 4, which is listening paper. To better understand this paper, we will have two sessions. Miss ILLI, will cover the first part, while another teacher will cover the second part. Now, without further ado, let us continue. Okay, so let us see what we will cover tonight. First part, in the introduction, I will share the format of paper 4. Second, I will share some tips on listening in exam. Third, we will look at some questions. We do a little bit of practice for part 1 and part 2. Last but not least, we have the quiz to check for your understanding. And for this quiz, please stay tuned until the end so that you will get the link to answer the quiz. If you answer the quiz, score more than 50%, then you will get e-certificate from Ppd Melaka Tengah. Okay, in paper 4, listening, when you answer the question, they will state on the question paper 1119/4, meaning that you're looking at paper 4 listening. So there will be 4 parts in the paper. Part 1, that will be short dialogues or monologues. Part 2, longer narrative or monologues. Part 3, short monologue. And then part 4, dialogues or interview. So the first part that carries 7 marks because there will be 7 questions. Part 2, 8 questions worth 8 marks. Part 3, there will be 5 questions. Part 4, 10 questions. Altogether, 30 marks, and that carry 25% of your paper, 25% for your English paper. Okay, how long do you have to answer this paper? You will have 40 minutes to answer this question. Okay, now let us continue with some tips to answer listening paper. Obviously, listening in exam is different from listening to teacher explaining in class or listening to any conversation. In fact, because in class, some of you don't even listen to your teacher, or you can always ask your teacher to re-explain. If normal conversation, you can ask the other person to repeat by saying, I beg your pardon, sorry, could you repeat that? Or though not so polite, some of us could go, huh? And then people know you don't understand, and usually people will repeat. However, in exam, you can't do that. The recording will only be played twice. You need to have some strategy, don't you think? Just like going to a walk, you can't go without any preparation, right? So let me share some tips. Who knows, it might be helpful to you. Okay, now before listening, what should you do? Okay, this goes to all papers. First, always important for you to read the instruction so that you know what to expect in the question. Especially, for example, in the first part, they will mention that you will listen to 7 short recordings. So you know that you're going to listen to 7 recordings. So you have some expectations. After you read the instruction, go through all the questions. Okay, because when you go through the question, you will find keywords in the question. Usually the keyword will either be noun or verbs so that you know what to listen for when the recording being played. Then you also look at all the answer options so that you know and you understand the context better. Okay, always look at the options. And then when you read, you go through the question, obviously you will start to think whether the recording will be, you will have an idea of what the recording will be, whether it will be an opinion or expressing an attitude. You will get the context better if you do this before you listen to the recording. Next, when you listen to the recording, while listening, what should you do? First thing, main idea. Don't worry if you don't understand the whole recording. What is important is the main idea. What is the recording is all about. So you have to identify the main idea. You don't have to worry about getting all the single words in the recording. Every single word. It doesn't matter. What's important is the main idea. Okay, after all, you already go through the question, you know what to expect. So you will listen better in that way. And also don't worry too much because the recording will be played twice, right? First time, you listen for context. You try to find the answer. Second time, you can always check. Okay. However, when you move on to the next question, forget the previous one. You will not find the answer that you missed in part 1 in part 2. It will not happen. You will not find the answer in part 2. Even when you listen to part 2, it will be in the same recording, but you will have a few questions. After you already pass the first question, you will, the recording actually suits the second question, and it continues so on. So if you already missed the first one, you don't expect to get the answer in the third question, fourth question. You might get some clues to answer the first one. It won't work that way. After one question, you just move on to the second question. Don't worry about it because the recording will be played twice. That's why it's important if you know what to expect first, so that you can answer better. When you listen the second time, you can always check. Okay. Now, after listening, please check your answers. Make sure you do not leave any blank. You don't leave empty spaces on your answer sheet. Especially multiple choice question like part 1, part 2. You just have to choose A, B, or C. Don't leave any blanks. And check everything. Okay, make sure you have answered all questions. Recording will be played twice. Listen to the second time. Okay, not just like, okay, I already know the answer is the first one. Yeah, but there's no harm in listening the second time and to check your answer. Okay, that will be some tips on answering listening paper. Okay, now that I have shared some tips on answering listening paper, let us do a little bit of practice. But like I said, for tonight, I will do the first part, and another part or another session will be handled by another teacher. So for my session, I will cover part 1 and part 2. So part 3 and part 4 will be covered by another teacher. So stay tuned. Same time next week. Okay, next week, watch another session of Set to Ace with another teacher to understand part 3 and part 4. Tonight, I will cover part 1 and part 2. Okay, now let us continue with part 1. You will hear people talking in 7 different situations. For question 1 to 7, choose the correct answer A, B, or C. So first thing, like I mentioned in the tips, go through all the questions, including the answer options. Okay, so that you have an idea what the recording will be. Now, number 1, the man does not want to buy melons, peaches, grapes. So in the recording, you will hear the word melons, peaches, grapes being mentioned. But you have to identify which one the man does not want to buy. You might not hear a recording specifically directly saying, oh, I don't want to buy this. They could use another way of saying that he does not want to buy the fruits. Okay, so you have to listen, but at least you get the context now. You have to focus on the things that he does not want. That is for the first one. Second, what present did the woman buy? You will have a pair of earrings, a ring, mobile phone accessories. All the options will be mentioned, but only choose the best one. Which one the woman actually wants to buy. The third is the jacket currently costs €60, €20, €80. So you will know that all these values will be mentioned in the recording. However, you have to focus on the price of the current price of the jacket. Okay, you know, when you see values like this, have an expectation that there will be sales mentioned, discount in the recording. Okay, those words, when it comes to value like currency, price, do expect words like discounts and sales in the recording. For number 4, the man suggests the woman to buy a small box of washing detergent, a big box of washing detergent, 2 small boxes of washing detergent. So, you know, recording for number 4 focuses more on the word washing detergent. You will repeatedly hear the word washing detergent, but you have to choose the best one. Okay, the one that the woman is suggested to buy. Okay, so that is question number 1 until number 4. Question 5. The woman believes that her job A offers carefree life, B is satisfying to her, C should be taken over by her son. Just go through the answer options. What if you don't understand the meaning of the words in the answer options? For example, you don't understand what does it mean by carefree, what does it mean by satisfying. Don't worry, this is listening paper. Just listen for the words in the recording. The answer might be directly mentioned, or if it is indirect, make guesses. Carefree, free. It sounds good, right? So that is something positive. So you will have to reconfirm, check your answer when you listen to the recording. Next question, question number 6. The man feels A, satisfied, B, disappointed, C, determined. So when it comes to feeling, listen for the tone of the speaker. You have to guess the answer based on the tone of the speaker, whether the man is satisfied, disappointed. Satisfied is good, positive. Disappointed sounds like a little bit of negative feeling. And then C, determined, that is also positive. Last question, question number 7. What does the woman do? She promises to help the man. She offers the man a job. She gives the man advice. So you know it's a conversation between two people talking about job. Okay, now let us listen to the audio and try to answer the question. Okay, ready? Part 1, you will hear people talking in 7 different situations. For question 1 to 7, choose the correct answer A, B, or C. I'll play the audio and then you will listen and try to answer question number 1 until number 4 first. Then we will look at question number 5 to 7 after that.
1. What kind of fruit shall we get?
What about some melons? Look, they're on sale. If you buy one, you get one free.
I don't think we can eat that much. What else is in season?
Well, the peaches and the grapes look good.
Okay, let's get a kilo of each. 2.
Look what I bought Helen for her birthday.
It's lovely. What is it? Is it some kind of jewellery? An earring, perhaps?
No, I was thinking of buying her a ring, but then I saw this. It's a mobile phone accessory. Look, you put it on your phone, like this. Girls love them.
3. Oh, look, here's the jacket that I bought last week. And it's in the sales.
How annoying. How much did you pay for it?
€80. How much is it now?
Well, there's a 25% discount, so that means it's only €60 now.
That's a saving of €20. It's okay, though, because they no longer have it in my size. 4.
Oh dear, I don't know which packet of washing powder to buy.
Why don't you just compare prices? If you look at the price per kilo, these small ones are actually cheaper than the larger size.
So it makes sense to buy 2 smaller boxes.
That's what I'd do.
One.
What kind of fruit shall we get?
What about some melons? Look, they're on sale. If you buy one, you get one free.
I don't think we can eat that much. What else is in season?
Well, the peaches and the grapes look good.
OK, let's get a kilo of each.
2. 1.
What kind of fruit shall we get?
What about some melons? Look, they're on sale. If you buy one, you get one free.
I don't think we can eat that much. What else is in season?
Well, the peaches and the grapes look good.
OK, let's get a kilo of each.
2.
Look what I bought Helen for her birthday.
It's lovely. What is it? Is it some kind of jewellery? An earring, perhaps?
No, I was thinking of buying her a ring, but then I saw this. It's a mobile phone accessory. Look, you put it on your phone, like this. Girls love them.
3.
Oh, look! Here's the jacket that I bought last week. And it's in the sales.
How annoying. How much did you pay for it?
€80. How much is it now?
Well, there's a 25% discount, so that means it's only €60 now.
That's a saving of €20. It's OK, though, because they no longer...
Okay, you have listened to the recording and answer question number 1 until number 4. Let us take a look at question number 1. Question number 1 is mentioned here. The man does not want to buy. If you listen in the recording, the man did not directly say, "Oh, I don't want to buy this." Instead, he used the word. He said, "I don't think we can eat that much." So means that the man did not want to buy. Which one is the answer? Melon, peaches, or grapes? If you answer the first one, melons. First question, you answer as melon. You are right. So number 1, the answer is A, melons. Okay, the man does not want to buy melons. Peaches and grapes, he did mention 1 kilo each. Like that. So means that A is the fruit that he does not want to buy. He only say, "I don't think we can eat that much." So means that he did not want to buy A, melons. Now moving on, second question. What present did the woman buy? The man mentioned jewelry, earrings, ring, but the girl said, "I was thinking of a ring, but." So the keyword there is but. But then after the word but, that was the thing that she bought. That would be C, mobile phone accessory. Now let us move on to question number 3. Number 3. The jacket currently costs. If you listen in the recording, the word currently is not mentioned. Currently, another word for currently is now. Okay, so you listen to the recording. The man actually bought the jacket for 80, right? And then there's sales. The price, when sales, of course, the price goes down. That one, with a saving of 20%. It was mentioned towards the end of the recording. Savings 20 euro. Sorry, not percent, 20 euro. So the current price of the jacket is now only 60 euro. So the answer is actually A. Although you hear the all the options being mentioned in the recording, the correct answer for here is A, 60 euro. Now number 4. The man suggests the woman to buy a small box of washing detergent, a big box of washing detergent, or 2 small boxes of washing detergent. I mean, like, usually we are told that if you buy big box, it will be cheaper, value pack, etc. But here, the correct answer is actually C. The man suggests the woman to look based on the per kilo for the boxes of washing detergent. So the answer is 2 small boxes of washing detergent. Next, number 5 to 7. I will play the recording, listen to the recording and answer the question.
Five. You hear a woman talking.
I run my own business, which can be exhausting. I work long hours and employ 20 people. As the boss, I have to be responsible for everything, and I can't just go off on holiday whenever I like. I can't remember the last time I took more than a day off. The work is very satisfying, though, and I love the fact that the business is getting bigger every year. This is the first time we've made a big profit, and I'll need to hire some more staff soon. My son is keen to take over the company, but I don't think I will ever quit.
6. You hear a man talking.
I got another letter from a company today saying that they couldn't offer me the job that I'd applied for. For every job, they get hundreds of applicants. I must have applied for over 60 jobs since I left university. At first, I was upset, but you don't get anywhere by sitting around feeling sorry for yourself. I know if I just keep trying, I'll get the career I want. I'm not going to give up now.
7. You hear a woman and a man talking.
You know, that pizza restaurant has offered me a Saturday job, and I think I'll take it.
Oh, I wouldn't if I were you. You know, I've heard they don't pay very well, and you'll smell of pizza when you come home. Also, you'll never be able to go away at weekends if you work on Saturdays.
You've got a point, but I need to earn some money.
Well, why don't you apply for evenings in the local supermarket? A friend of mine works there and she says you can tell them which evenings you're available and you don't have to work every weekend.
Five. You hear a woman talking.
I run my own business, which can be exhausting. I work long hours and employ 20 people. As the boss, I have to be responsible for everything, and I can't just go off on holiday whenever I like. I can't remember the last time I took more than a day off. The work is very satisfying, though, and I love the fact that the business is getting bigger every year. This is the first time we've made a big profit, and I'll need to hire some more staff soon. My son is keen to take over the company, but I don't think I will ever quit.
6. You hear a man talking.
I got another letter from a company today saying that they couldn't offer me the job that I'd applied for. For every job, they get hundreds of applicants. I must have applied for over 60 jobs since I left university. At first, I was upset, but you don't get anywhere by sitting around feeling sorry for yourself. I know if I just keep trying, I'll get the career I want. I'm not going to give up now.
7. You hear a woman and a man talking.
You know, that pizza restaurant has offered me a Saturday job, and I think I'll take it.
Oh, I wouldn't if I were you. You know, I've heard they don't pay very well, and you'll smell of pizza when you come home. Also, you'll never be able to go away at weekends if you work on Saturdays.
You've got a point, but I need to earn some money.
Well, why don't you apply for evenings in the local supermarket? A friend of mine works there and she says you can tell them which evenings you're available and you don't have to work every weekend.
Okay, now let us discuss the answer. Let us see if you got the answer correct. Number 5. The woman believes that her job, is it A, B or C? Okay, the correct answer is obviously B. you hear in the recording she say, oh, I can't go off whenever I like, can't remember I took more than a day off. Carefree life means you can do as you please, you enjoy your life. Working all the time doesn't show that you have a carefree life. So A is definitely not the options. C should be taken over by her son. Her son wanted the job, but you can hear in the recording the word but we mentioned, but I don't think I'll quit, showing that she doesn't think that her son should take over the job. So number 5, the answer is B. Now number 6, the man feels satisfied, disappointed, determined. Yeah, it sounded like he's upset in the beginning, but he did mention that keep trying, not give up. So that shows determination. So number 6, the answer is C. Number 7, what does the woman do? Okay, why don't you? So that is giving suggestion, sort of like giving advice. Why don't you? Blah blah blah. My friends work there, and she said that. So she's giving opinion about the job. Okay, it's not like she promises to help the man. Oh, I'm gonna talk to my friend and ask her to talk to the manager so that you get the job. She did not mention that. Okay, in the recording, she just said that I have a friend who works there, etc., etc. So she gives the man advice. Okay, number 7, the answer is C. Next, part 2. Okay, for part 2, you will hear one audio, one recording to answer all the questions. Question 8 until 15 based on one recording, one context. Just now you listen to several short ones. This one is slightly longer, but all the question based on the same recording. Okay, that is part 2. Like I suggest, it's good that if you go through all the question first before you answer the question. You will hear Amanda talking about what she witnessed as she was walking home today. For question 8 to 15, choose the correct answer, A, B, or C. Where was Amanda heading to when this happened? Is it home, school, to a friend's house? How far was she from her destination? Okay, the tricky part is it miles, blocks, or street? Okay, the old lady most probably had just been to the bank, a bookstore, supermarket. Where was the purse place? So you have to listen to the recording and identify whether is it in the bag, under the old lady's arm, in the old lady's hand. Look at the options here. Here, especially when you hear the word about to, then you listen carefully. Okay, that's the keyword about to, because other options are all the same, right? The only thing that makes them different is the word miles, blocks, and street. So you have to listen carefully. Okay, that is for number 8 until 11. Number 12, how did the robbers flee? Is it by car, on foot, by a motorcycle? 13, what did Amanda do? She ran home, she screamed for help, she ran after the robbers. Number 14, what caught Amanda's attention during the chase? Number 15, who caught the robbers? Amanda, the police, or the public? All this sounds like a possible answer. So you can't just guess. You have to listen to the recording first, then only you can choose the correct answer. For practice purposes, I will play the audio once for you to answer question number 8 until number 11. The second time you listen to the recording, you will answer question number 12 to 15. Only for practice purposes, yeah, not the real SPM format. The real SPM format, you hear the recording to answer question 8 until 15 straight. Now I break down the question. Okay? Okay, part 2. You will hear to the recording. The recording for this, I already break it down so that you can only answer question 8 until 11. Remember, this is just for practice purposes. Yeah, you listen to the recording to answer question number 8 until 11. Then after this, I'll play the second part of the audio for you to answer question number 12 to 15. Okay, in the real exam is the same recording. Well, the recording will only be played continuously. It will not be broken down like this. Yeah, this is just for practice purposes.
Part 2. questions 8 to 15. You will hear Amanda talking about what she witnessed as she was walking home today. For questions 8 to 15, choose the correct answer, A, B or C. You will hear each recording twice. Answer all questions.
I was walking home on my usual route today. Both my friends, who usually accompany me, had reached their homes. So I was alone. There were just about 2 blocks more to go. As I was walking, I noticed an old lady in front of me. She had a heavy basket of groceries. Her purse was wedged under her arm. She was trying to walk as fast as she could as it had started to drizzle.
Okay, let us straight away discuss the answer. Now, number 8. Where was Amanda heading to when this happened? If you listen to the recording, it was mentioned Amanda was walking home. So heading home. So number 1, the answer is A. Number 9, how far was she from her destination? The answer would be 2 blocks away. Because in the recording, she said 2 blocks more to go. So that would be 2 blocks away. The old lady most probably had just been to the... Okay, this one you have to infer. Groceries. Groceries means you went to the supermarket. She went to the supermarket. Number 11, where was the purse placed? Wedged under her arm. That would be under the old lady's arm. So that would be the answer from number 8 to 11. Next. Question 12 to 15, let us continue listening to the recording and then answer the question.
She was trying to walk as fast as she could as it had started to drizzle. Suddenly, 2 men dashed past me towards the old lady. They stopped by her side and bent down to speak to her. I thought they knew her. They reached for her bags. However, once she moved her arms, one of them snatched her purse from her. By the time the lady realized it, the men had gone. I ran up to her to ask if she was all right. All she could do was scream. She kept pointing at the direction the men had taken off. I gave chase, but after a while, I lost sight of them. Then suddenly, something moved in an abandoned shed nearby and caught my attention. I quietly peeked inside the shed. I saw the 2 men hiding in there. I ran back to inform the people who by now had gathered around the old lady. I told them about the men hiding in the shed. A few men followed me and they were able to apprehend the robbers. The police soon arrived and the robbers were taken to the police station. The old lady was grateful that she got her purse and money back. I was happy that I was able to help.
Okay, let us check the answer. Number 12. How did the robbers flee? If you listen to the recording, it was not mentioned car, food, or motorcycle. But in the recording, they use the word dash. Dash means run. And run, you run on foot. So number 12, you will answer on foot. So number 12, the answer is B. Number 13, what did Amanda do? Okay, she ran home, she screamed for help, she ran after the robbers. Now, you might be confused between B and C, but B, screamed for help, was the old lady. She ran after the robbers. So number 13, the answer is C. Number 14, what caught Amanda's attention during the chase is the movement in the abandoned shed. So that is number 40. And number 15, who caught the robbers? Is it Amanda, the public, the police? They don't use the word public in the recording. Instead, they use the word people. The people apprehend. Apprehend means caught. So 15, the answer is B. Okay. that's it. Alhamdulillah, we have covered part 1 and part 2 for SPM English paper 4 listening. To check for your understanding, there's a quiz for you to answer. Scan the QR code or go to the given link and answer the quiz. Hopefully, you will get your e-certificates. Yeah? Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you have learned at least one or two on how to answer part 1 and part 2 of the English paper 4. Next week, we have Madam Manis. She will cover part 3 and part 4 of the listening paper. So that's all from me. Thank you. Bye.